Guys, here we go. New DJI Mic 2 set up. We've got SketchUp open here, and on my dog and bone I have this cheeky little drawing that I need to refer to. So you can just do this like this. That needs to be 800, 800, enter. This one here, 1995, enter. Back out to 800 for the minute, so that's coming there. And then this one, I'm going to enter 1750. Then I'm going to do on the blue line 1981, enter. Then we're going to do 838, enter. And then I'll come down and I'll just do this, and then I'm going to say 300. Then I'm going to go up to, get on that blue line, and my overall height is 2280, which is there. Now I need to basically infill all of this, because this is basically our wall. So all I'm doing at the moment, guys, is drawing our room. That is actually going to come out a lot further. From there, what do we think that is? Let's go another 2.5. Yeah, that looks about right. And then I need to take that all the way up to there, to there. Why is that not filled in? Ah, because there's a gap there. Right, erase the doorway. And L, eraser. Right, let's also add, I don't know what I want to add this wall, but I'm going to add this wall as well. Then we're going to go to colour. We'll go to named colours because they seem to work better. Everything's pretty much magnolia, just for a bit of reference. When I do this and I want to hold this on a certain axis, if I go to there and press shift, doesn't matter where I drag my mouse, that will always stay there. Escape, yeah, and escape will let go of things. Right then, guys, so I'm going to draw this like it's your modern house, if you have a modern house. So this, what have I done there? Not like that. I want 104. Actually, if I come this way, there we go, that's on that green line. Then I want 104. Then I might as well just, Control Z takes us back. And then P for push and pull, which is that one up there. I'm then just going to draw the skirting around here like this. L back to line. I think it was a lad called Lewis that taught me all of these little hand controls. Shout out to Lewis. And I've just done my old trick there where I used the thing anyway. Line, come along here, and I'm going to go out to 18 mil. If you're wondering what I'm reading out, guys, when I say numbers, it's this little number right down the bottom here. See 104 mil? 104 mil by 18 mil is your stereotypical 4-inch skirting. And while we're here like this, I would like to get hold of chat so that I can see chat. And I can't see chat. So let's come out of, oh yes I can. So pop out chat. Does that pop out chat? Yeah, there we go. So like, yeah, I could have chat there. Yes, Aaron, I'm here, mate. I'm live. Customer cancelled. Changed jobs. So I'm drawing. So I'm lining up the next job. So I want to continue to concentrate upon this. Hope you're well, Aaron. Where do I want to drag that chat to? I want to drag that chat to just in the top corner here so that I can still see you. So these are like desktop streams, Aaron. Friday night with Cart, I'll do on my mobile, just because you guys, you'll tend to understand the mobile ones a bit better. 18, gosh. And then hold that on there, hold that on there, hold that on there. There we go, and then P for push and pull. And then, yeah, I can just get hold of that. I don't want to push like that. I just want to come to there, like so. Then, yeah, I'm going to go all the way down here, and I'm going to get like white, pure brilliant white, and make all of this white. And also, we don't button shut skirting like that, so we're going to, oh, yeah, that wants to be like that. That's like that. Click on the white, click on that. Make that white, make that white, make that white. Check that corner, yeah, that's all good. All good, all good, all good. So I've have to keep skipping, oh, like when you disconnect and chat. Change of plan. I was due to do some paneling on wardrobes and they've changed plans. They just emailed me this morning. They wasn't actually the job I was doing. I was still not doing much today, but I was going to start getting ready to do their job. And yeah, they've changed their mind. So that's cool. Everyone's entitled to change their mind. Just means I'm now out here twiddling thumbs. Right, so this is like our pitch line along the front here, and then if I want to go E for a razor, just want to lose that. So I now have that pitch line. So, yeah, cool line, right. So we always have like 18mm skirting around the edges of our stuff. So I come off, if I hold that on the red, or if that stays there, I come off there like 60mm. 60mm infill is a nice little infill. And the idea of these infills, guys, for people asking like, why am I drawing an infill? Is when you, right, let me think about this. I've drawn that there, but the actual height of my stuff is going to be, I'm going to call it 70mm. And then when that goes green, and if I touch there, 70mm. Right, so now if I go back to here, down to there, across to there, that has given us a first thing. And then if I go push pull, they're normally by like 47. We'll go back, we'll go for 46. Right, I will draw a line along the back here. Actually, I need to draw this line all the way. Can you not do that? All this line references, guys, is that's the top of my 3x2 base. So from this corner, going this way, 1220. Yeah, you're cool, Aaron. You're cool, man. You do you. So that's gone green. So that green marker is now marking, Control Z, is now marking our end of the unit. That is where the unit is going to stop. I type 900. No, we don't want 900 from there. We want 900 from here. We want 800 from here. Enter. doing it again, I'm using my old things. Go back to line, now this one is 300 deep. So, I'm going to come like this down to here. And finally, guys, I want to go to wood. I'm going to go for this. What this is going to represent is MDF. And I'm going to pull this out to 18mm. And to anyone that's just joined, the 18mm that I'm referencing is this little distance down here. So that is how, in fairness, it's probably 19mm MDF. So like if I do one more, if I click line, if I go from there to there on the fly, that red has locked it in on the axis, that reads 19mm down here, but Control Z, and we will go back. So that is it. We now have a definite point as our end point there, and this little, missed it. And from here, if I do 800, boom. That is 70mm higher because I went from the floor, not from there. So let go of that. Also, I need to pull this through here actually, like so, for the base. I will erase that for the minute because I want to put some of these in. So if I go there to that end point, that's then drawn that. So I'm kind of thinking of this as I draw this now. Right. Let's add some carpet. Well, actually, they've got wooden flooring. So if I go to, let's go back to wood. Wood's there. They have some flooring that's similar to this. Okay. So this is kind of the room we're looking at. If you had to draw it live, and if I go E, I want to lose that. I want to lose that, and I want to lose that. Does that change anything? No. Now if I go back to named colours, scroll down, go to white, bosh. Don't want to mess with that. Don't want to get rid of that. Oh, trust that to change. Right. And also guys, if you're zooming in and out, I recommend you do this on you don't have to actually do this on a desktop. If you're doing this on the laptop, I recommend that you use a mouse. So when I'm zooming in and out of here, like I can all of a sudden zoom into this corner, and zoom into this corner, but if you hold down the mouse button, the scroll wheel, sorry, you can also rotate and 360 and look around your design like this. So that is how I'm moving within this drawing. But another helpful tip is like if you're like moving and it's not quite where you want it to move, it's like pivoting weirdly, double click the scroll wheel and that will recenter to where your mouse is. Yeah, so like I can pivot on that corner, or suddenly I can pivot on this corner. It moves where the axis swings from. They're the words I'm looking for. Right, I need to stop going up there and grabbing that line. Hold that on Shift, go down to my endpoint, draw that in there. And that wants to be 46mm, we said. And then I like to shift the base plinth back 60mm, I'm going to go. Ta-da. And again, distance is just drawn down the bottom there. Is this going to mess me up? No, good. Then, from here, I'm going to go every 400. 400 is what I'd recommend. You don't have to. You can go 600. Depends on the unit, you see. If you're building a very big unit, let me just check, is that from there? Yes, that's from there, right. So now I can lock on that blue axis, go there. Now I'm on that, I can just go 46, bosh, and that will draw that for me. hold that on the green by holding shift, come out to there, come out to there, hold that on the blue, come to there, and then the last one infills, and we have that. Now if I go back to wood, and if I now select, this looks like C24 treated 3x2. So that's what we'll use for that. So these little blocks, there is a way you can do this where you can repeat it, but it's what you can't do when you repeat this is control the spacing very well, or to the best of my knowledge, I don't know how you can control the spacing very well, and I need to just sit up for a minute and stretch. Oh, my back is terrible today. Done squats this morning. That is on 100%. If I change that, there you go, that lightens that up. Right, put that back. E, L for line, 400. That's 40. E, delete that. L for line, get on the corner there, 400, enter. There we go. .46. Will come in that way. Ah, I've not set that back, have I? Ah, right, I will set all of these back in a minute. So if I go from there to there, that is 400. See, I need to come this way, 46. No, that's not right. From there to there is 400, so I can come, yeah, that goes to the back edge, so I can go 46 this way. Wish I could play music, guys, while I do this, but it's really priced 4 jobs up yesterday, got them all decent, Aaron. That's what you want to hear, man. And then let's colour all of this in. So these 4x2 that are down the bottom here, 3x2, sorry, that are down the bottom here, are not actually going to stay where they are. Because as you can tell, they are massively long. Nobody has a unit that's 800 deep. I've made the customer aware that they will be losing the depth, and they're cool with that. They understand that. Wait, didn't want to do that. They know what they're doing. Six. E, erase. And then P. Let's do this one this way. Get hold of that, and I can just then take that back to there, and then I can click on here for colour. That's got that coloured. That's got that coloured. Then go back to P now. Let's shrink all of these back to here. There we go. Right, now then. Highlight that on the green axis, but I want to come level with the front of this. So that is there. Can I go there? Apparently I can. Right. Now then. Now from back here, if I go like that, 600. Now let's go Control Z. Let's go 610. I can get away with a 4-foot sheet. Why is that there? Oh, because that's at that height. That's why that's right. Makes sense. Let's lose that then. Let's get onto this. Let's get that on the red axis, and then let's go like that. And then does that come to there? Yeah, that does come to there. Right. So now let's go from here. No, actually, let's go here in the center. 610 on that green axis. Bosh. So that means the back of our unit is going to be right here. Fly over to there, and then fly across here over to there, and then let's fly forwards to there. Coolio. And then from that corner, hold it on the red, and there we go. That's got that locked in. Now then, the base is going to be 18 mil, so that's 11. I'll just slide and do this as 21, 18. Go on the green, go there, go there. Oh, it's changed the colour. I don't know why it's changed the colour, but there we go. Right, there's that. So I'm just going to leave those. Am I going to leave those? I'm going to leave those for the minute. We may delete those at a later date. So I also need to come from here, up here on the blue, hold shift and lock it in, and I need to match that end post. So you see how that little line has gone dotted red to say I'm in line with X, and the vertical line is blue. It's because of this hand is holding shift, click, and then when I let go, bosh, let go, bosh. There we go. Right, now let's erase that because I want to be able to see through it. Click on that blue, click to there. All right, cool. Push pull. I can now drag this out to 19 mil. I said I was going to do that, didn't I? I've done the bottom at 18 mil. That's okay, that'll only affect the height by 1 mil. Is that the one I've used? Yeah, I think it is. So, now is what I need to do, because this is another thing this customer wants, is from there to there is 3999999. So let's, you see that? That says exactly what it is. That says that is the midpoint. So now that I've got that, I can bosh, and I can do this down there, like so, as the midpoint. So going back to my dog and bone, royal snail. Coolio. So now if I use this veneer, that is plywood, hardwood plywood is what I tend to put in the back of these. Works really well. So if I come from here to here, if I sit there on that line and if I say I want a 400 unit, bosh, that comes to there. Is that 400? To go across there and double check it. Ta-da! There's the 400 unit. Now 400 is overall. So from this, and then come this way with it. Is that 18? Yeah, that's 18. Get hold of this, this, and this. So I'm now going to mirror that over here. 495, that's 400, right there. Lock that on the blue, get that on the green, go back to there, get that on the blue. How do you do? Right. Right, another thing that's going to probably happen with this is when I draw that line there, I click E and do, okay, that's deleted. Ah, right, that's done that to the wall. Okie doke. Let me just check something. From there to there, 280, yeah, so 300 is off the wall. I'm a bit unsure what's going on here. Okay, that's not good. Draw that in there as a square, and then hopefully that's, yeah, that's got that, and that's got that. Yeah, cool. So we've lost the skirting. Basically, ignore how I've drawn that. I will multi-tool the skirting off here, and all of this skirting around the back here will just be non-existent. It'll be taken off the wall. It won't exist. And this point here, again, that skirting will just be non-existent. to named colours. I want to go up here. If I said that, yeah, that's what I had. Yeah, there we go. Right, I'm getting distracted. Back to the push and pull, and I'm sure I've got to pull this way. I'm going to pull that to 18 mil. Yeah, there we go, and overall is 400 mil. Also need to lose that and get that line drawn back in there. And I just need to highlight this drawing part to you guys. Right, you see this here? The base is always the base, and then our sides bear the load down onto our base. So there's a divide there, that's another divide of a unit. So where is wood? I've not done a line in this side. And I can draw that there. So I now have, as much as that's a 300 and that's a 300, I now have that there, that is still the centre. And then, according to my drawing here, where is it? 1100 by 800. So I can do the 800. Whoop. Whatever that means. Right, so from here I'll do, again I'll do an 18 mil. For the top. Well, yeah, that will go to there, won't it? So 800 we can just do. We can put that there on the blue line, type an 800 bosh, and that will come to there. Then half of a metre is 550. So that can come to there. Right, this is now the tricky part. You see what's going on here, guys? Right, so if I go from there to there. Right, let's delete all of this here at the back. Not the corner, you idiot. Right. This is not going to stay indefinitely like this, but it's what's going on for whatever reason here. There we go. $550 that way. And if I go this way, 550, that comes to there. I need to get better with using E and take that out of there. Right. This piece here in the corner, you guys might not agree with this at home, but for aesthetics, this customer wants me to make that alcove that juts back all look as one. And just for aesthetics, we're going to draw that back in. Right, okay, that can't be drawn in because that's the TV line. Okay, we can accept that. This is the top of the unit. P for push and pull. So I don't mean to divide it, but yeah, that's going to come to there, and I can pretty much lose all of these marks along the top. And then we can just go bosh bosh. So going back to this side piece here, line, if I now go, if I get on the red, go back to there, and go boom. Oh, actually I need to draw that in a bit lower. That can come in there. Right, now this underside one, there we go. And now if I go, what will I do this in? So I'm on that green axis, which means I'm coming forward. I'll do that in 9mm. And go up to the top there. Has that filled that in? Yeah, that has. Right, I'll come to here, and I'll change the colour of that, and then I'll go back to this. We'll basically pull that all the way along here. There we go. Right, so this is getting a bit complicated. Put that in there as a divide. Aaron's back. Nice one, Robbo, legend. Thank you, man. And Aaron is back. Yeah, so when I design these, I do a 60mm standoff so that when you open up your doors, if you've got a handle of 50mm or something, well, obviously it's going to be like a reflex angle. It's always probably going to touch, but instead of just going smack against the wall, it's got the chance of just stopping before. Nicely, it's got the chance of stopping before. So I've got a 400 and I've got a 400, so I'm going to come out 18mm. Why did that go down? 18. There we go. And I can then send that all the way up to there, say. No. Yes. Well, I will, but I don't actually want to step that there. No, I don't want to do that. I definitely don't want to do that. Let's come down 6mm. Yes, Aaron. Yes, I am. The customer already owns some MDF. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. I've forgotten. 18. Yeah, I'm just going to draw this in along the front here. I have completely forgotten to draw in the fact that we need lids, we need tops to these units. So that's there. Bosh, bosh. An eraser. So that will look like that. So that, again, our top then spreads the load. Does that make sense, guys? And what is that there? I don't know why that's there. It wants to be like that. Right, anyway. Doors. Yeah, I think it's pretty bad. I mean, like, at the end of the day, sawdust is sawdust, and sawdust is not the part that's going to kill you, it's the chemicals in the MDF. I'll always try and get away from it, but yeah, you can't always get away from it. I'm lucky now, I have all my shop, my vacuums in my shop, so I actually nicely can get out the way of it pretty nicely. Now then, the customer wants shaker style doors. So I'm going to do 80 mil, 80. Oh, there we go, there's 80 mil. So if I go back to there, if I come here, come all the way down, and if I come across here and I go 80, lock that on the blue, then this top rail I'll do 100. Will I? Let's see how it looks before I say I will. Yeah, I think I will. And the bottom rail I'll do 100 as well. Ooh, well, miles over 100 there. Push pull. Now let's set that back 9 mil. And could do that. Could do that for a. No, we don't want to do that. We'll have to use MDF. Really is what we want to do. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad as well. Hey, nice one, Aaron. Let us know how you get on with it, bud. Really is what we want to do is that. Softwood, even though that looks horrendous. Trying to think how else we can draw this. So that is there, and also to help myself and help the customer understand, find the center point, which is here. I'm going to go like, is it that way round, or is it, no, it's the other way round. Get it right, Charlie. So the arrow points towards the hinge, I do believe. Yeah, so that's that one. So then I just need to mimic that here, basically. Oh, I also want to just demonstrate that I'm going to do this as well. 18. That's looking like that, so now I just need to make sure that I do, if I do that and zero it, and then coming in over an inch, say 25 mil, and this one here, I then come forward 20 mil, and that overhang as well wants to come forward 20 mil, yeah, because then that then gives us that nice detail there, coolio. Or I think it's nice. You might not agree, you might want to do something different. But there we go, that's how we draw all of that. And this is how we finish ends. So that we don't see like all our feet and stuff, I just Right, let me erase that, because that's going to get annoying. If I come in here and I go 80, and go there. If I come here and go 80, go enter, and then come here, then I then go 80, enter, and just come up to here, and then come across here and go 80, go enter. What is that to that? 62. So what is that to that? Hold on. Oh, 80 is the edge. Right. Right, well, we'll leave that. That is where that is. Is M10 a 10mm bit? Nah, normally you go 2mm bigger. So M10 bolts tend to be a 12mm spanner, or possibly a 13. M10 rod needs an M10 nut, but physically if you want the spanner to go on M10, I think you need a 12mm. I think. It might be a 13. It might be a 14 even. Or do you mean as in when you drill out? If you put M10 rod into concrete, then I tend to go like 12 or a 14mm hole and resin. Oh yeah, for a hole. Yeah, I'd use like a 14 or a 12. Purely because if you go M10 and then pump it full of resin, it'll just make like a vacuum, like an airlock. You won't bond to anything. Biggest thing, if you're drilling into concrete, everyone can learn about this. Biggest thing if you're drilling into concrete, whether it's down into concrete or whether it's vertically down into, that's getting confusing. So whether you're on a vertical pitch drilling up or down into concrete, always and blow, and equally whether you're on a horizontal line going into something, always, but watch your eyes, be real careful of your eyes. Can't go too big or the coach bolt will spin. Coach bolt. Right. I would. You can't when you're on your own. But I would get like I would somehow like clamp my post in place or wedge my post in place with Irwin clamps or something, and I would probably try and fix from the back, so I'm drilling through the concrete fab garage and pulling the post into the thing. I don't know what else to suggest there, but there we go. We've got some lines. We will router those lines out, and that's got that, and I need to lose that edge to make that look like that. Put that there, put that there. We now want to mimic this door on this side. So let's come here in the centre, 18, enter. Let's get that there on that pitch line. Ah, jumping the gun here, guys. I need to come down 18mm, don't I? 22, 18. Put that in there. Come across here. There we go. So we now have two matching 400s. Is there? Ah, maybe that's the difference. I do tick be aggressive with adverts, and I do say to time it differently so that doesn't put people off. But nicely, the adverts is what makes the money on these. Dad's just sent me a photo. Didn't do what I wanted it to do. Whee. There we go. Finish the messaging. Right. Right, now this customer wants some larger units, I do believe. To allow for hoovers and stuff, which is understandable. I need to just change this. Just realised I've done something. I need that to finito there. Stay there, come to there. And then, yeah, oh yeah, and then that can come to there. Then this can come up to here. Oh, you. Yeah, that's going to look a little odd now, but I will change that when we build. Drop the phone out the way for the mow. And we still going. Yeah, that's pretty good. What's the audio like, guys? Is the audio any good? Where are we? We need to open up the OBS again. Oh, and I need to bring back that chat. Cheers, Robbo. Nice one, mate. I'm pretty hot on designing these now. I've done a few. So let's go for a 600 on this side. I'm going to give them lots of space. So 595, 600 is there. What have I done? 602. So now from there to there, that is 600. Lock that on that axis. Go all the way up to there. And it is Actually. Now let's colour that in. So this one is now going to be a 600. Yeah, so we're on the new DJI mics now, Robbo. We're on the new DJI mics. It's clipped to me there. And let me know if this changes anything. Just watch out for a little loud audio spike. All of a sudden, all the cats and dogs have just fled for miles around as I've just clipped that in. It sounds like a gunshot's gone off, I bet. Let's drop that there. Let's draw. Wait, come here. Lock on the blue with shift. Come up to the normal height. Come all the way out here to the centre of there, and then then we can drop all the way down here. And then turn in this way, lock on the green, 21 mil, let's do 18. Right, so that's there. Walls, man, I hate walls. Bring that back to there. There we go. That's that. By 100. And then let's go back this way and go by 100. Go by 100. Oh, that looks weird though, doesn't it? So let's go back to how we originally planned this. Let's go 80. Oh, you little. Let's infill that first, and then let's gently push back 9 mil, and then we'll draw this. And this door we will make open the same way as the others. That looks a little weird, doesn't it? Should we do another 600? If we do another 600, it takes us just past this line here. Oh. Will they notice that? Or do I throw that 600 off? Options, 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 options. That's that drawn across there, that's that drawn across there. Erase that. I could hide that and that would never come back, but that then means I then have to go and find it when I do want it to come back. And go into like hidden geometry. That wants to be drawn the other way. And I'm doing that thing again where I'm not using my toolbar. $80 is the side rails. Might change that with the customer. We'll speak to the customer when we do it. 80. Uh, 100. P for push and pull. Let's way not that far back, mate. Right, okay, let's faff that up. Nine mil back, there we go. Hey, Cookie's here. Hope you're well, Cookie. I nearly mentioned you in the members thing. The cheeky little members only video I done yesterday. Aaron and Robbo and the gang have been worried about you, mate. Equally I have. I've been checking WhatsApp to make sure you're still alive. Makes me feel bad now. Glad to hear from you, man. Hope you're well. I've missed you. We needed to give you something, Mark. Hold on, mate, and I'll set you up. Right, let's come across here and let's go to... There we go. You've just had an upgrade, Mark. We got Cart, Robbo, Aaron, and now Mark. Who else have we got? Have we got someone else? Moto. Oh, I think I made Moto a channel chat mod. But yeah, if you join us Friday night for Cart's birthday meal, you can have a laugh with the trolls. Robbo is savage with them, and that is so funny. They say one thing out of line, next thing you know it pops up, Robbo or Aaron or someone has muted someone for 300 days. Oh, it has me in tears nearly sometimes. I try not to laugh when I'm on lives, but yeah, a troll makes a comment and the next thing you know, one of my mods, one of you guys as moderators has banned someone for life, basically. Oh, it's a good laugh, Mark, if you're about. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Mark. I appreciate it, man. I did say to Aaron and stuff, I bet he's just busy, really, really busy doing stuff. But there you go, man. You got a free upgrade. You can now join in with the rest of the guys when chat gets lively, if chat gets lively. Right. I really want to design this all on a live, but I need to start asking my customer questions. Nice, man, nice. Bet that takes some maintenance, bud. Fish are not easy to maintain. And please, I don't know anything about carp, but to the best of my knowledge, they're strange. Strange is not a good word. Very fussy fish. Or are they easy to look after? You have to clean out your pumps and a lot of maintenance. That's the word I'm looking for. Koi carp are a lot of maintenance, I believe. I don't know that to be fact. Just going off what other fishermen tell me. I don't fish, so I wouldn't know. Bosh. Yeah, so that'll look like that. That'll have a back in there. So now let's draw this one. Right, let's... Not been taking care of it, so fully stripped it and added new pump and air pumps and UV lights. Hopefully fill it back up at the weekend so I can get them back in. Awesome, Mark. That sounds quite relaxing. Yes, mate. Yeah, it's subject to getting the job. Yeah, I'll build this from scratch, and again, there'll be a video linked to me building it, I guess. If the customer is cool with that, I can't promise. But yeah, no, I'm off today because, well, I was off anyway. But yeah, I've just had a job cancel or change of plan, change of heart. They're all right customers, so I'm just jumping on the next job basically. So where I was slowly getting ready for the next job, I'm now free basically. But you, bosh, 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 bosh. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do P, push, pull, and I'm going to sync that to there. There we go. And then I'm going to do that. That should then draw that like that. And there we've got another door. And yeah, and then I'm going to just do, when that goes blue, that means it's on the center point. Go up to there. Now this is going to be the fun one to draw. What does this actually leave me with? Cool, that is tiny. Let's do 18mm here. I've just remembered something, guys. Let me move this out of the way. So let's see if I can open this up. Yeah, all right. Let's do that, and I'll draw this across here like this. So this is what the customer sent me, and I've totally not drawn that last bit. Frustrating. Let's lose that. So this is how we delete things, guys. Delete things. Or erase them, whatever you want to call it. I didn't want to delete that one. I wanted to do that one. And then, oh yeah, over here, bosh. That's going to come in there, that's going to go up to there like that. I can lose that one as well, can't I? I can lose that one as well. So that's going to be there like that. I need to also just do this as well. So I've got, if I do this, guys, I'm now looking for fireplaces. So I've got 40, 50, 60, 70. Right. So how big is 40 inches? I have 1100 to play with. Here we go. So that is 101.6 wide, 340 tall, I call it, 340 tall. That's pretty good. And 142 deep. It's tiny. So let's remove that back to here. And let me do a screen grab. So click New. Let's copy that. I'm just going to do this off screen because this is with a customer. What size was it? 101.6. Can be changed, but let me also just do this. Let's go to named colours, back to that magnolia, and I'll fill that in there like that. So let me, if I go to there, 569, if I go to there, 569, awesome. That divides that in the centre. So now, if I take that and if I said 340, let's not do it that way. Let's lose that. So if I said 200, and then if I said a metre 16 mil will be 500, and half of 16, half of 6 is 3, half of that's 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I do 50, like that, and if I then go that way and go 508, does that in between there go a metre and 16? Check me out with my maths. 3, 4, 1. Bap, 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 bap. Now here comes the tricky part. I need to do 142 deep. 1, 4, 2. Oh my God, I'm too good at this. Ba, ba, ba. Actually, what am I doing with my life? MDF, wood. Go to that, bosh. And now I also need to just copy this for the customer. Copy. Right, guys, let's get back to the stream. Where's the chat? Here's the chat. Right. So, I always add, can't do it. I always add a little 60mm filler panel. These lines are indicating like which way I point to my hinge. This is a 40-inch fireplace that I've just found online. I've left 1100 wide by 800 high for a TV, and then later this afternoon I should probably start this stream up again and do a part 2. I'm just waiting on the customer to reply. I'll put some shelves in, though they want a piece above the top. And yeah, we've got lines, we've got panel grooves, they've got like shaker style doors. Yeah, it's all looking pretty nice. It's off the floor, it's all cleaned along the front. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, guys. I will keep you updated. Thanks for tuning into the stream so far. I will label this as part 1. I will label another part as part 2. And yeah, if there's any questions, if you're watching this after the live, comment below, get involved, consider subscribing to the channel, smash the like button and all that good stuff. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to load up OBS and I'm going to disappear for some food. Hope you guys are having a lovely Wednesday. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye.